Alright, what's going on, everybody? Jason Trio here, Bitrio.com. Today is Wednesday, December 2nd, 2020. Good morning. Alright, in this video, man, we're gonna go over the different play styles and strategies in Axie Infinity. So I got a tweet by this dude. How do I see my shits? I got a tweet by D5 Vlad. What up, Vlad? You defying. So he said, solid YouTube content on the Axie Infinity scene. Thanks, man. Where can I find info about how to put your teams together, or how I put my teams together? It's not easy to build a competitive one. So he said he thinks that's one of the current pain points. What to look for in your first team, and even more importantly, there's no guide on the different playstyles. So thanks for the comment, Vlad. Thanks for the idea. And I'm going to make a video about it. So here it is. We're going to talk about the different playstyles. So the first thing I would say is you got to go to this website right here, axie.zone/leaderboard. Or you can just go to Axie Zone. Not axiezone.com, it's just axie.zone. I'm in the zone. Go to PvP at the top and then just click on leaderboard. So we got the current best player in the game, Indez, always at the top. If he's not number one, he's damn well close. You can click on a player's name here in the leaderboard, and this resets every season, so you can stay up with the meta every season. And you can just see what Axies they're playing. So you can see what Indez is playing right here. Got a tank, 2 aquas. Right now he's been playing, last used, but most used is this plant with this bug and this aqua. So this is probably the best way to get in there. You just start look and see what people are starting to play. There's so many combos in Axie Infinity, and I hope that, you know, it gets balanced. Like right now it's not 100% balanced because there's a lot of cards that aren't used, a lot of cards that aren't good. But another good website that I go to a lot is axieworld.com, and you could go here /en/tools/cards-explorer, and it's the Cards Explorer. You can also get there just by going to axieworld.com, tools, and then Card Explorer. So right here, Cards Explorer. That's how you do that. All right, this is a great one too, to set and put your combos together. So the best thing really that you're looking for in a tank, and you'll see it all across the leaderboard on Axie Zone, is a 31 speed, 61 health, serious tank. I mean, that's pretty much the best right now. So you come over here to marketplace.axieinfinity.com, and you can start setting your filters. So stats, we're gonna jam it up to 61. Speed, we're gonna reduce it all the way down to 31, and we're just gonna type serious in. And this is, you know, if you're looking for A+ tanks, this is where you're gonna find it. Now, another important part of a tank, we can look at this Card Explorer over here, is going to be the back. The back generally provides you with the biggest shield on a tank, or probably on a card at all. So we can just sort the part type by back and sort it by one of these things, highest defense, and we can see all the best backs for a tank. So we got attack in red, and we have shield down here in green. So red here is decent, you know, it's not the best. It has the highest shield, but unfortunately not as good as Pumpkin. Pumpkin's one of the best. Shelter is good, but it's an aquatic move, so it doesn't give you the 3 health like a plant. You won't be able to find a 61 health max health tank, plant tank, with Shelter, because Shelter is an aquatic move, and the aquatic moves give you 3 speed, 1 health. Unlike the plant moves, which give you 3 health, 1 morale. So we got that going on. Let me post this shit to Vim. What the hell? Or Hive. I don't always post this stuff. Fucking me up. All right, where were we? Sales Explorer? No, Card Explorer. All right, so I would say the best backs, and there is a tier list on here as well. PvP or guides, card tier list. Now you could look at this tier list. I don't know who made it exactly. I think, I want to say it's ZZ, or Z, but I don't know if that's the one on Axie Zone. I know Z came out with one. Let's just open up this tier list here. I looked at it, but I actually don't agree with everything on here. Does it say who made this? No. So one thing right off the bat, I think Carrot Hammer is overrated. And I think... Actually, this is not the tier list I was looking at. So maybe this is not from Z. Z has his own one. Anyway, you could look at these. There's tier lists. I want to make my own tier list. I actually started to make my own tier list, and that's probably something that I'll come out with in the future. But this will generally tell you what's good, what's not. And I hope that the meta shifts and Axie can balance all the cards where they're all good, so that there could be tons of strategies. I think there is potential, but there's a lot that aren't good that I want good, like Unco and Ant. I want Unco and Ant to be good, but they're not. All right, so here you go. The highest shields, sort by part type back, sort by highest defense. So we got Pumpkin, really good. Hermit, I think is really good too, but it's not the best. Timber, it's all right. You're gonna need this on a faster Axie so that you can get the ability to extra shield. Sponge, not the best. Watering Can, very good. Turnip, very good. Indian Star, good. Ivory Chop, very good. Snail Shell, very, very good. All right, so the best two backs, I would say, hands down by far, are Pumpkin, Snail Shell, Watering Can. In that order. That's my order for backs. Pumpkin, Snail Shell, and third place. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll rank these cards up. Watering Can for your tank. And then the mouth, you know, you're coming in for the mouth, you're going to have Sirius. So you could type in Sirius. You could type in Watering Can. You could type in Snail Shell. Now the problem with Snail Shell is it's a bug move. So you're going to have to slide your health down to 59. Because bug doesn't give you 3 health, bug parts, like plant parts. And I can go into that too, the classes. There's tons of guides, tons of useful stuff. There's tons of information, you know, it's a cool game. All right, what else did I say? Watering Can, Snail Shell, and Pumpkin. So here's what I would look at to start. This is probably would be my starter. Now you see this guy, he hits all our marks as far as our stats, health, speed with Watering Can Sirius, but he's got Ant Tail. And right now, unfortunately, Ant isn't really good, and Ant, the ability here has to be on your fastest Axie. So that kind of stinks. This guy's out of the equation. So we're just looking. We got some good tanks right here. This guy's decent. Problem is he's not max health because he has Bug Eyes and Rosebud. Rosebud, not the greatest, but it is still good. It can work in certain combos. So this is what you're looking for. Let's go back to the cards and we'll look at the... So we did back. Let's look at tails. The best tail tanks. Now I did say Carrot. I think Carrot's overrated, but it's still one of the best. And the reason that I think it's overrated is because you have to use an energy to gain an energy. So I think it's the same if you play... Let's say your tank's going to die and you play a Carrot Hammer. Like, all right, I'm just going to get killed, but I'll gain the energy. Well, you're using an energy to gain that energy anyway, so it's just the same to not play anything at all. You know, the benefit would be, well, what if your tank can attack? He can get that 80 attack over and you get the energy. So there is that. It's still a really good card. It's still top tier. And I think, you know what? I mean, like, is it the best? Is it the best plant tail? You know, it could be because there's not that much, you know. Jar's really good. I think Jar's underrated. The problem that Jar has is it's a reptile move that goes on a plant. You want it on your tank. Is my shit on repeat my playlist? No. All right. but it gives you that +1 speed. So Reptile will give you the 3 health like the plant, but unlike the plant's +1 morale, Reptile move is going to give you +1 speed. So it screws up the whole 31 speed Sirius strategy. When you have a 31 speed Sirius tank, it's a great strategy because you're going to be last to act. No one can be slower than you. So if your opponent gains energy, if your opponent steals your energy, you're always going to clean up with 31 speed Sirius. You have the last say to steal your energy back. Unless, of course, your opponent has a 31 speed Axie tank or whatever with Sirius. And then it goes by the Axie number. So the lower the number, I believe, is the one that goes first. And then they might have something as well where the health, who has the lowest health, goes first before the person with full health. So I'd have to look in to see exactly what that is. But the basic strategy is 31 speed Sirius is the best because after all the shenanigans go on all throughout the round, people gaining energy, people stealing energy, people breaking shields, people doing a bunch of shit, a bunch of attacks, you can assure that you're going to be last to act with 31 speed. It is the slowest in the game, and having Sirius so you can steal everything back. So Jar is good, but it messes up because it messes up that strategy. But I do want to see another type of strategy where maybe we see like a Chomp tank. So it's faster than your opponent's Sirius tank, but that's good because you can stun. And when your opponent comes to Sirius, he's going to be stunned. Now, unfortunately, that's not that effective because a lot of tanks have a pumpkin back or a hermit back or a watering can or a snail, you know, something that they can throw out there, shake off the stun, and then they can just Sirius you anyway. So that 31 speed Sirius is just good. Just too damn good. It's really good. I mean, I try to make different strategies. I want different strategies to work, but right now, I mean, that is the best strategy. So the best tail for a tank, I don't want to say it's Carrot, but is it Carrot? Oh my God. It probably is. Fuck. It probably is Carrot. That sucks. I mean, I think, I don't, you know what? Hey, it is, man. It's the fucking best, right? Carrot's good. What else we got? Leek's good. Fish Snack, I think, is good. I want to see more of this, especially when you see the double aquatic teams like we saw from Indez was starting to play. Do I have 2 of these open? He was playing a double aquatic, so like a bait tail or a watering can back is really good versus aquatics. The only problem you run into there is you're getting less health. So you have to be careful when you're branching off into different parts. Like let's say you have a bug bait tail, well, you're not going to be 61 health. You're going to lose 2 health. Not the best, or it's not the worst. You can still get around it. You just have to make sure all your other parts are plant, because 59 health, 57 health, you know, I don't really like creeping below those. And I was talking to Axe on stream, this was a while ago, but I asked him what the lowest health he would do for a tank, and he said 59 health. So that kind of got me in the idea, like, all right, you know, Axe is good. He's been playing for a while. He doesn't go below 59 health for his tank. I'm going to stick with that strategy. Now, I think maybe you can go to 57, possibly 55. At the very least, I mean, you know, at the very least, you can't have a tank lower than 50, probably. But then, you know, there's people like Brendan. He had the triple aquatic. He had the low health tank, 3 aquatics, and he was winning. So there is a lot of untapped strategies here. There really is a lot, and that's good. I just want a little more balance here. All right, so yeah, I mean, look, Carrot Hammer number 1. Ugh, pains me to say it. Leek probably number 2. It's a pretty good card, and I will say, yeah, I mean, there's actually a few good tails here. Jar, I'll put Jar number 3, but honorable mentions, I like Yam, I like Wall Gecko, I like Cattail, I like Bait, I like Potato Leaf. Even hot butt is decent. So this is an interesting strategy too, which I tried on one of my previous streams to cancel out that whole serious play. You know, everyone's got serious. Well, Spicy Surprise could potentially cut that out. Also a Gravel Ant could also cut that out. Disable the mouth, disable melee. Serious is a melee card. Problem with Gravel Ant is it's just so weak. It's just such a weak attack. They nerfed it so hard. It used to be 60-80 or 60-70 or something like that. They cut it, pretty much cut it right in half. And it went down the tubes quickly. So that sucks. But there's a few good cards here. And this is what I would just do. I would come to axieworld.com, Card Explorer, and just sort by all these, the highest defense parts, and look and see if you can build a dude. Now the next one we got for a tank is the mouth. All right, obviously Serious is just the best. On a slow tank, it's good, really good. Tiny Turtle Chomp is good as well. Kataro is good too. The lowest speed Kataro you could have is 32 speed. That's the slowest Kataro you can have, 32 speed. And Serious kind of craps on that strategy too, because if you have a 32 speed Kataro, you attack into somebody, gain an energy, well, 31 speed Serious comes right behind you and crushes you. That's why it kind of stinks. It's tough. It's tough to beat that. I think a Cute Bunny strategy might help or work, where you have the slowest guy on your team could be like a 32 speed, 33 speed, and you fear the tank for 2 turns. So that way they can't simply shake off the fear with 1 card like a Pumpkin back or a Hermit back. They have to use 2 cards to shake it off. The problem with that is fear doesn't last like a stun lasts. So if you stun somebody's tank and they don't play any cards, well, they're going to stay stunned until they get attacked and hit, or they try to attack. That'll shake the stun. With fear, it goes away when anyone plays a card. So let's say you fear your opponent's 31 speed tank because you think they're going to be running a Serious this turn, and they don't do anything. They play no cards. Okay, good. You feared the tank, but now it's round 2, or it's the next turn, and they can just simply play 2 cards on any of their other Axies to get rid of that fear on the tank. So there's a little bit of play around that. It's a good idea. It's just there's nothing as good as Serious. I mean, it really sucks. It's the best. I don't want it to be the best because, you know, everyone fucking runs it. That's boring when everyone has the same strategy going on, but it's so hard to counter. You know, right now it's very difficult. It's difficult to beat it. So Serious is the best, I would say here. Number 2 mouth. What do we like? You know, I really do like Kataro, but is it the best? Blood Taste is good. It's just a bug move. You don't get the health. Zigzag is good. Herbivore is all right. Razor Bite is good too, but you have to be attacking an aquatic. I would say the second best mouth after Serious is going to be this Chomp. Chomp is really good. It's being used now a lot in the back. People are using it on reptiles in the back to counter birds and aquatics. So we're gonna go with Chomp. And the third best mouth for a tank, I'm gonna say, you know, somebody would probably say Zigzag or Herbivore, but I'm not. I'm gonna say Kataro. Give me Kataro. Now it's higher attack, lower shield, but I still like Kataro, and then we'll follow it up with Zigzag. All right, what do we got now? Horn. We did tail, back, mouth, and horn for a tank. So the highest shield horn is Mary, surprisingly, but not really good on a tank because beast moves give you 0 health. Steel Shell, maybe if there's aquatic tanks that pop up in the meta. You know, that's actually an untapped strategy now that I think about it. A Teal Shell aquatic tank. Yeah, I like that. I think that's probably something that can work. So just looking through these, you know, the most popular one is going to be like a leaf bug. So you don't get the health with Leaf Bug, but it's very good. If you combo it with a plant card, you gain an energy. So, I mean, if you're on a 31 speed tank, not only are you the last one to clean up to steal energy, you're fucking gaining energy too after everyone else used all their steal. You know, I mean, it's crazy. It's very good. Leaf Bug, serious. Ridiculous. Very, very strong. So the best horn for a plant, is it Leaf Bug? You know, I would hate to say it. Is it just gonna be is the best tank just Leaf Bug, Sirius, Pumpkin, Carrot? I mean, really, is that it? Is that the best tank? I think it probably is, man. You know, I don't really want to say that, but it probably is. Oh, damn. All right, it is. Jeez. All right. No, you know what? I don't think Leaf Bug's the best, man. I don't want to. I don't want to submit. The best tank horn, in my opinion, is Leaf Bug. All right, I'm submitting to Leaf Bug. Leaf Bug's number 1. Screw that. Followed by Cactus number 2 and Beach number 3. Now, Beach and Cactus are pretty much the same. I give Cactus the nod, even though it has a lower shield, it just does a little more damage. So Cactus, Beach, and then an honorable mention is, you know, an underrated card. I think Bamboo Shoot is underrated. It used to have to be chained with another bamboo, but now that it has to be chained with another plant, 80/70 is very, very strong. And am I gonna make that my 4th one? My honorable mention, is it gonna be the bamboos? The bamboozle. I wish it would make Sweet Party good, because Sweet Party has the potential to be really good. But we're gonna go Bamboo, honorable mention. So Leaf Bug, Cactus, Beach. Oh, damn. All right, so that's it. So the perfect tank, or the best tank you can get, is a Sirius, Watering Can, Snail Shell, Pumpkin. Yeah, you could just start typing this stuff in, right? But no, we're gonna go with the best one. Sirius, Water Can, Snail Shell, Leaf Bug. But if you do Leaf Bug, you can't even have 60 or 59 health. That's the problem. Sirius, Pumpkin, Leaf Bug, Carrot. You know, I don't want to have to say Carrot. Let's just leave the tail open, because I don't want to have to. It's just like, you know, everybody's running that, so it kind of sucks. Like, I like to be different, but the crappy part is, you know, this is good. This is just good. Let's see what Indez is even running. I mean, all right, so he's running a hot tamale, but he's got Cactus, Pepper, Sirius. And this is another thing too, just go through the leaderboard. So you got Indez with that, got Pratap, I think he runs a Watering Can tank. Yeah, so he's got 31 speed, 61 health, Sirius, Cactus, Watering Can, Tail Slap, Cattail. So this is the biggest thing you could do. Just learn from others. You see how many games they played and their win rate. So now somebody like Vit, you know, no offense, but 1,300 games, 55 win percent, you know, you know, it's not that thrilling. Not that exciting. It's like, yeah, well, you know, I mean, you could probably do a 55 win percent. So 200 games, 70 win percent, pretty good, but 200 is pretty low. I would think 300 games, 66, or 500 games, 66 is most impressive. 65, 64 over 300 plus games, I take that more important here, but we'll still look at what's this? We got the third one. Was it Vit we were talking about here? 55% win rate, which is still good though. But so here we go. Sirius. All right, so he has Rice. Sirius Rice. Oh, I mean, he's still good. It's still a good tank. But you can see a trend here. It's like every tank has Sirius. Does this guy have Sirius? No. All right. My hero. My hero. Lunasi and me. Yeah, look at this guy. This team is freaking funky. So this team is awesome. I don't know how this team works. It looks like double Winghorn, smashes poison, and then jumps to the back, so just totally ignores the tank and just slowly beats the tank up with poison. I mean, that's an interesting strategy, and I like it. This is what I like. I want to see more stuff like this. So come to Axie Zone, look at the leaderboard, and you're definitely going to see all the cool stuff. All right, so now let's talk about attackers. So that's a tank. You know, tank's probably the most important. You got to have a big, beefy boss in the front. So now attackers, generally speaking, people will do, let's see, I got this open here. Generally speaking, people, so they'll put their tank in the front, highest health, you know, 61 health. But we're gonna do something. So this is a good tank here. Sirius, 31 speed Sirius with snail shell, cactus, cattail. You know, could have carrot on the back, but it's got cattail. Cattail's good because it helps you draw against beasts. All right, so good tank here. So next up, generally, people were putting a high morale beast in the second slot. Put an imp Ronin. And then in the back, people used to do a speed bird. Like this is your basic vanilla team, vanilla lineup where you got a beefy tank, a high morale beast that's going to smack, generally an imp Ronin or something else, rice, dual blade, something like that. And then a fast little owl bird that will target the fastest enemy, so you can just avoid attacking the plant altogether. But lately, people have been mixing this up. So there's another strategy. You can scrap this strategy altogether, and you could just put in 2 aquatics. So a lot of people do this. I think it was made popular by Brendan. And if not, you know, I don't know who it was, but I think it was Brendan who made this popular. So you just run like a double aquatic build. Now that gets pretty much hard countered by a watering can tank, and if your opponent has double watering cans, yo, that's going to be a problem. Even though, you know, aquatics are super strong, you can still beat that. This beats beast and bugs up pretty good, and aquatics really beat up birds too. They beat birds up pretty good with like a goldfish or a koi tail. So koi is going to give you plus speed for 2 rounds on combo with another aquatic card, and goldfish is going to give you plus speed for 2 rounds when attacked into. So this is a popular strategy as well, but really what's popping up lately is the plant in the front. So you got a banging plant, then you got a high morale beast, you know, generally a rice, because energy steal in this game is very important, is very strong. So generally it's going to be a rice with, you know, a dual blade or an arrow in the back, or, you know, maybe a Goda, maybe an Axie Kiss, maybe something. You know, I have one. He has Angry Lamb in the mouth. Not the best, but he's still good. He was 0.07 ETH, pretty cheap. And the market's really cheap right now for some reason. What the hell happened? When I bought all my Axies, it was expensive as shit. So the popular strategy now seems to be beast or bug, and chief has a really good bug too. It's popular beasts because bugs they seem rarer, but if you can get a thorny, cute bunny, snail shell, lagging, oh my goodness, bug, you're in business, dude. That's the same as a beast here. Very good. But the back thing, everybody's doing this. You know, we got chomp reptiles. Is it not going to show chomp? What is it? Tiny turtle. Any turn. All right, so I don't have any. All right, I have one here. This guy really isn't the best, but so this is really actually, you know what, leak actually this guy might actually do something. I wish he had like a steal so that my opponent just can't pass, but actually I'm considering playing this guy now that I look at him. Winghorn's not the best. I wish he had scaly maybe or something. I don't know. We'll try him out though. Not really great into attacking Winghorn, but so this is the thing right here to counter aquatics and birds, is putting a reptile or even a plant will work with chomp in the back. You like a 0 cost card here, so maybe lagging would be really good on this guy right here. Yeah, lagging would be disgusting, because what lagging does is it slows your opponent down. So not only do you get to attack into him and stun him, but you get to slow him down for next turn where you could finish him off. And if you have Thorny, lagging puts that debuff on him for Thorny. That's super strong. So here's another combo that you see a lot of people running. and it does seem to be picking up a lot of steam. Let's see what Crypto Maximalist is playing. All right, so we got a plant, a 31 speed Sirius again, of course. Snail Shell, very strong. This guy's good. Snail Shell, heal with the Rosebud. He's got a double nut Rimp Beast, and then in the back or the middle, it really depends, because that's what's going to happen with the meta. But in the back or the middle, he's got a Snail Shell, a double stun bait Snail Shell with 2 aquatic moves. This guy's really good too. So here's a little bit more strategy. Let's go over a little bit of this more. There's just so much, really. There's a lot, and it's cool, you know. I just want some of the cards to be a little bit better, but there, you know, there is actually a decent amount of strategy in this game. All right, so we're gonna do any, we're gonna do skip. So here's a little bit of strategy we'll talk about. All right, so Durable Jump Winghorn. This is good on Axies that want to attack the middle Axie. So if you skip the closest target, if there are 2 or more enemies remaining, you play Durable Jump first. You have to make sure you play this first, followed by 1, 2, 3 additional attack cards. You could blow up the middle Axie. Same thing with Winghorn. Skip the closest target if there are 2 or more enemies remaining. Now if you kill the tank and there's only the midliner and the backliner, it will skip the midliner and go to the backliner. If you kill the midliner and there's a tank and a backliner, it will skip the tank and go to the backliner. So this is a good strategy too, to kill a beast. Everybody's running a beast or a bug in the middle. Makes sense that you run a Durable Jump or a Winghorn, followed by a bunch of bird cards or a bunch of aquatic cards, and smash. You know, that's a strategy. There's also there's what is this enemy? Is it last enemy? Furthest. All right, so there's also Toothless Bite and Shrimp that will target the furthest enemy, prioritize the furthest target. So this will skip the tank and the midliner, and it will jump to the back Axie. So people are trying to hide their bugs, their beasts, their plants, their reptiles, their birds, whoever in the back. You can use Shrimp or Toothless Bite to jump them, followed by 2 or 3 attack cards, and smash the backline. So I think that could be a counter too. People want to play plant, beast, reptile. You could play an aquatic or a bird that has Winghorn to jump the plant and blow up the beast in the middle, or you could play a Toothless Bite or Shrimp beast, which I haven't seen many people do it, but that is a viable strategy, to jump both the frontline tank, the midliner, and go straight to the back reptile that's trying to sit back there and chomp. You can blow them up with like a Shrimp combo. So let's see, like a Shrimp, and like a Dual Blade. Shrimp Dual Blade would be nasty. Go to, we don't have anything good here. So when you have a backdoor Axie, and that's what's called backdoor, you're going backdoor, you really want a lot of cards that are going to do a lot of damage. You don't want this mouth that's going to heal. You don't want Biden's that's not going to do any attack at all. You don't want this weak mouth with this weak back, or this weak mouth with this weak back. You really need to have a minimum 2 high damage attacking cards, and I would say probably 3. So the first one that's good that I see here is probably this beast right here, and he's not bad. 0.22. He's a virgin, he's a fuzzy, he's orange. He looks cool. Goda, maybe a little weak, but it gives you a little bit of play. If I had some money, I'd probably buy this dude. He's going down to 0.18, so he's pretty good. So let's look at some damaging cards here. And damaging is pretty much, go with tail. Highest attack. 100 or more. I mean, if the card does 100 or more damage, it's going to be good enough. So all these cards are good here. Some are better than others. Some have abilities. Some don't. So I would really, you know, 100 is probably the cutoff. Anything down here, it's just not an attacking card. These are defensive cards or specialty cards like a backdoor or gain an energy or put on a poison or draw a card or disable. Yeah, so really the only one I would say is like Twin Needle. Costs 0 energy and it does 60 damage. So it's actually decent. I would say this is probably the only one. Maybe a Yam, but it costs 1 energy. But you're really pushing it. You know, you're really pushing it with a Twin Needle. Better hope you're attacking a plant or a reptile. All right, so the best one here, let's go with the tail. Let's start here and rank these the best. And it's got to be Thorny, right? Thorny's the best. You put a poison on somebody, you put a debuff on somebody, a jinx, attack minus, whatever you do, a chill. Thorny's going to do 130% extra damage. Gonna wreck people. So best card for tail attackers is Thorny. Next card I would say that's probably underrated, that doesn't get a lot of play, is probably this post fight. People don't really play this or respect this card. I don't know, it doesn't seem like it. Maybe it's just not bred out a lot, but a damn good card, dude. How do you do 140% damage for 0 energy? What? Sure, it has a negative effect, inflict 30% this Axie's max HP to itself, but if your Axie doesn't have a lot of health, not that much. Also, you could just put a heal on yourself possibly to counteract that. I mean, that's maybe an untapped strategy. So Thorny, post fight, and the last or the third best attacking tail. You know, I'm gonna say I just have to go. I gotta go with Rice, dude. I mean, Rice is not 100 damage, but stealing 1 energy is just so strong. It's just so good. Rice is just so damn good. And even though it's not 100, you know, Early Bird's good, Feather's pretty good, Hair Dagger's good, Hui's really good, Nut's good. But I am gonna go with Rice. So Thorny, post fight, Rice. 3 best tails for attacking Axies. All right, next up we got the back. All right, so same rule applies. Pretty much you want 100 damage plus. Oh, here's another strategy too. So we talked about backdoors, like a little owl, target the fastest enemy. We got the shrimp, toothless bite, targets the furthest enemy. Durable jump, winghorn, targets the middle enemy. It'll skip the first enemy. But we also have perch, which will prioritize idle targets when comboed with at least 2 additional cards. Idle targets are Axies that don't play any cards. Now you might ask yourself, what happens if none of my opponent's Axies play any cards? Well, then it'll attack the closest Axie. So if nobody plays any cards and you perch with 2 other cards, you're gonna attack the tank. If the tank plays a shield and the back 2 Axies don't play any cards and you play a perch with 2 other cards, you'll attack the middle Axie. So that's good. And Tri-Spikes is another good one. It targets an enemy with the lowest shield when combo with 2 or more cards. Now this is really good because if all the Axies play cards, you'll target the Axie with the lowest shield. Pretty nice. If nobody plays any cards, well then they're gonna attack the first Axie again, the tank. Or if only the tank plays, it'll attack the middle. All right, so here we go. Attacking cards for the back. What is good here? What do we like? All right. I'm looking, I'm browsing, I'm shopping. Here's what I mean. Bug Splat needs to be buffed. Barb Strike needs to be buffed. Bug Noise needs to be buffed. Scarab Curse needs to be buffed. These cards are just so weak. No one plays them and they're garbage. They need to be fucking buffed, dude. And I know Axie's working on a lot of shit with the land and this, that, and the other thing. And balancing really isn't number 1. But I would like to see it. These cards are so underwhelming and so underpowered. Buff them! Just make them 120. I mean, you did it with Cupid. Cupid was what, 90-20? You buffed it to 120. Now it's good. I mean, now it's good. Make them 120. People are probably complain, oh, it's too strong. But come on, look, no one uses it. Buff them something. They got to be changed. And people also make the argument too, well, they're good where they are. Yeah, they're good where they are because you don't use them. You got your cards, you got your Axies. You don't want to have any competition. Yeah, all right, the best card here is Swift Escape, Goldfish. It's a very strong card. It allows you to get attacked into, and next turn, if you live, you can attack first. So Swift Escape, very good, especially on a back Axie. Strong card, and the best back. I'm gonna say it's the best back. There's, surprisingly, what am I missing? Like, where's all my attacks? Where's all my back attacks? How many filters on? My goodness. All right, I guess I'm just gonna have to go with Risky Beast. Risky Beast, dude. Revenge Arrow. So Goldfish, Risky Beast, and the third best back is Pigeon Post. I think it's a good card. Takes poison off of you. Any debuff you got, Jinx. So you can combo a Pigeon Post with an Axie Kiss. Somebody puts Jinx on you, just Pigeon Post first, then Axie if you're low on health, then Dual Blade. Oh my goodness. What a combo. There's a combo. Is that a thing? If it ain't, it should be. Take a look here. We're gonna do Axie Kiss, Dual Blade, and this is a good combo on its own, Axie Kiss and Dual Blade. So Axie Kiss will guarantee a crit on your next attack. It will apply lethal to the target, which makes the next attack crit. Unless you have Jinx on yourself. Biden's might be a good option too. And Dual Blade, crit steal 250% damage. Damn! So Axie Kiss, Dual Blade, very good combo. Yeah, I mean, Post, dude. Post? Pigeon Post? People rocking that? Or even, oh, it's not. Does it even exist at all? Oh, it does. But it doesn't exist on a beast. So, hey, there's a combo for you guys. There's a combo. Untapped strategies. But Biden's will also work. Okay. Oh, no, it does exist. Yeah, but not on a beast. Here's Biden's, but he's got a bad tail, a defensive tail. So, there you go. I mean, that's a good thing to... Actually, I kind of like this guy. This plant, he could work. Ooh, December 29th, 2019, 0.01. Rizza bought it. Hey, pretty good. Pretty good. I can dig that tank. All right, so those are my best backs. Goldfish, Risky Beast, Pigeon Post. The best. All right, next up, we got Mouth. What's the best mouths? All right, so we got some good mouths here. I do think the best mouth for attackers now. The best mouth for plants. We already went through tanks. That's obviously far and away serious. The best one's probably Cute Bunny. Hey, the bugs! The bugs get one. They got Thorny. They got Cute Bunny. They got strong attacks. Their backs are just weak as hell. And I guess that's something that Axie has to look at. They don't want to make all the moves super strong, but I think they're the only ones without 120 back. Yeah, I mean, what's going on? I mean, these guys got powerful moves in other areas. I mean, look, 130, 120, 120. All right, so Cute Bunny, the best mouth, I would say. I really like Nutcracker too. Chomp. I'm gonna go with Chomp number 2, man. Chomp, it's the second best or third best. I forget where I ranked it for tank mounts, but it's also really good on open Axies, mid Axies, back Axies. Still very good. So Turd, Chomp, Cute Bunny, and Chomp, Tiny Turtle. 1, 2 as the best mouths. And the next best mouth, really close. Axie Kiss, Risky Fish, even Nut. I like Nut. What's the next best mouth? Even freaking Razor Buddy's good too. It's got a little balance with the heal, but it's still good. Peacemaker's good too. Yeah, Peacemaker, Risky Fish, kind of the same card here. I'm gonna go with, I'm gonna go with Axie Kiss. You know, it's a little less attack at 110, but just the big combo potential with lethal. I'm gonna say this is the third best. So we're gonna go Cute Bunny, Tiny Turtle, Axie Kiss, 1, 2, 3. And we got all these cards are good. I like Angry Lamb, Peacemaker, Risky Fish, Nutcracker, even Goda is good. Ataro's good. Just a little underwhelming with the attack, but they have a great ability. I'll go Axie Kiss, number 3. All right, Horn. The Horn, the best horn in the game. What is it? What is the best horn in the game? It's Egg Bomb. It's Egg Bomb. For me, the best horn in the game is Egg Bomb, dude. The ability to pull aggro is so huge. So this Egg Bomb applies aroma on this Axie until the next round. So if you play Egg Bomb on your Axie gets aroma, which means that any Axie on your opponent's team that attacks for that round is going to attack you. Now you can combo this with Pigeon Post to take this debuff off of you. So an Eggshell, Pigeon Post Axie, you can play. You can decide to pull aggro or take it off of you and apply it to somebody else. So I think Egg Bomb is really good. It's probably underrated. I mean, it's used pretty well, but I think it's underrated. And that is the best horn for an attacking Axie. The next best horn is going to be Dual Blade. Just a big blow up potential, 250% damage on crits. I mean, it changes games. You know, you get a crit on a tank, it's going to do like 400 damage. It's going to damn near kill that tank. It's going to blast through 200 shield, 200 health. I mean, 400 damage on an attack is ridiculous. It's great. Good card. Third best card, Joestar. Joestar, very good here. Target can't enter last stand, so always use Joestar last. Very, very good. But there's a lot of good horns here. You know, we got Kestrel, Little Branch, Pliers, Cactus, Beach. I mean, these are all, even Unco is a good attacker. Very good. Probably underrated. Just got changed, just got buffed. Still good. There's a lot of good horns, actually. So here, Grub Surprise. This needs to be buffed. There's a lot of good horns for attacking Axies, but I'm gonna go with Egg Bomb, Dual Blade, Joestar. All right, and that's it for the horns. Yes, all right, we did it. So there's a lot of combos. I would definitely go through Axie World Card Explorer, go through Axie Zone leaderboard, click on everybody, see what everybody's doing, mimic their strategies, and or both try to counter their strategies. Try to counter. See what everybody's doing. And that's me, you know, I'm like a brew. I'm a brew master. I like to brew these teams together. So I like to counter. I don't want to do what everybody's doing. I want to break that shit. You know, I want to counter shit. And one of the things that I'm trying to work on, which doesn't really work, is Unco. So Unco is an untapped strategy, and I want it to work really bad. So I have an Unco. I bought an Unco. And the general idea behind an Unco is make this your fastest Axie. Play Unco to apply Stench to the tank. And Stench will make it so that all attacks after this attack for your other two Axies will skip the tank because he has Unco on him. So you play Unco on your fastest Axie, then your other two Axies are just brawlers, destroyers. Like you got a cactus tank or a beach tank with of course you're gonna have to have a big back like a snail shell or a pumpkin or something like that, but you can have all other attacks on your Axie. And then your third Axie is also a brawler too, an attacker as well. But it just doesn't work as good, you know, like right now, just not good. I would like it to do something else. Really what I would like it to do is apply Stench. I think it would fix it if it applied Stench for 2 rounds. If it did it for the first round, you could put it on there. Then that round could attack. But also the next round, if Unco lasted for 2 rounds, I think it would definitely change the game. It would hook it up. I don't think it would be too strong at all. And then not only that first round would you be able to attack the middle Axie, but the next round you would be able to attack that middle Axie. That would be some badass shit. All right, so I hope you guys like that, man. Pretty long, 50 minutes. And I hope that helps you with building your teams, finding out what cards are good, finding out combos, and just resources. Axie World's a great resource. Axie Zone's a great resource. And I hope this channel is a great resource. So that's going to be it for this Wednesday edition of the stream. Thank you all for watching. Hope everybody has a great day. And I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Later.